We're live, Steve, for the last show of the year. And I am home in Bowling Green. This is not a picture. Thank you, everybody. By the way, the welcome from my neighbors was so gratifying. One happy fella, when we got back, ran up to me and said, "So all that Amazon stuff on your porch was for anyone, right?"
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online, and though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Hello, and welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. Here are some etiquette guidelines for Virtual Comedy Show. Please arrive 15 minutes early. Please be quiet, except for laughing. We've been a Zoom meeting civilization for 2.5 dang years. You know the drill. Just be polite. We would like to see your face as part of the audience. Let's be social, not just distant. So get comfortable, plan to laugh, but not heckle, and let's make our formerly quasi-quarantine world a bit more normal for a little while. Thanks, and enjoy the Virtual Comedy Show.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Brad Tassell and Steve Goodie. Tonight, Brad and Steve welcome comedian Soli Santos, plus funny songs from Carla Ulbrich and a Patti Melt from Patti Vasquez, and much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
He's in the United States.
I know. Can you believe it? In the United States. Let me see.
Hey.
By the way, that picture of Carla looks like she's wearing a headgear, like for braces. Is that?
No, it's a harmonica holder with a noisemaker.
I know, but she also looks like 19. Carla, were you young when you took that picture? So, hi everybody. I'm Brad. I am in my house with my master's degree behind me, which I bought at a garage sale. And Steve told us before the show that he had a pipe burst when he walked into his house after Christmas. I walked into the house after 3 months. No pipes had burst, but the heat was out. A toilet wouldn't flush because it had broken. My daughter's car wouldn't start. I owed 4 medical bills for 4 months that we didn't notice. And my car's plates had to be renewed by today.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if I should ever leave this house again or never come home. I think that's a better idea. By the way, people are asking me if there's one thing that I brought home from Prague that will stick with me forever. And that thing is about 10 pounds. There it is, right there. Bowl full of jelly. Hi. Hey, y'all look good. Y'all look good. Hey, look to see Bridget and everybody. Good to see you. See up Eric's nose is always fun. So
Gee, up there, turn my head.
That's okay. That's okay. Then we can see that too. By the way, I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas and Hanukkah or whatever you're celebrating. Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, good. For the first time in history, in 58 years, I did not open one present. I was not given one present this year to open. So no, don't feel sorry for me, folks in the show and folks in and Teresa who needs to be let in there. But I just I'm not complaining. My siblings are not in a position to give me gifts, nor do I think the last 20 years I've wanted anything they've given me. And my wife and I gave ourselves something secret that wasn't a thing. And yeah, I wish it was that. Anyway, it was time alone. No, I'm just kidding. So anyway, but now my parents, of course, now they're at an age, you get over 80, my mom said this year, I'm buying no gifts. Here's money. And it's a good amount of money. So that's good. So I'm not complaining. Now my daughter did give me the best gift I ever got. No, she didn't give me a gift. She just didn't buy anything because she would have used my credit card. So give me a gift. Hey, but guess what? I got all of you a gift. Let me get that off of there. I got you a gift. I wrote these jokes. You ready? And there's no returns, damn it.
Yeah.
Southwest Airlines. We all love the Southwest Airlines. Not me. Southwest Airlines has had an operational meltdown. They canceled thousands of flights today. Out of the 2,700 flights canceled today, most were Southwest, and they gave nobody any way to rebook. The airline says you can blame the weather if you didn't fly today, and that's true. You blame whether you chose Southwest or not. Southwest is in such bad shape, said what expert? You'd think Elon Musk bought it.
Oh.
We got a lot of Elon Musk fans here tonight. Hey, have you noticed I'm not tired?
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm still getting up at 5:30 a.m. though. I can't sleep past every 4 on some. Since we've been back, I've not slept past 4 a.m. and I fall asleep at noon. Okay, so here we go.
Wow.
I know. So I got to get up at 3 a.m. and fly to a ship too this morning. Oh, China. China will require U.S. travelers to show a negative COVID test to come into the country, and they must test positive for TikTok. Give me the information. Okay, I got room. Look at me. I got
stay for the choreography.
I got the guy. Hey, Trump's taxes will be released Friday morning. Followed immediately by a Fox News special. No, don't look over there. Look, Biden tripped on a rock. Look. I feel like Johnny Carson this week. Hey-o. He's dead. Gas prices will be significantly cheaper coming up soon. Isn't that amazing? And then they will go back to around $4 in May. Then they will most likely fall a good bit by fall to go back up again after that. The cause, said most experts, is not Biden, not Biden, not Biden. Because that's the moves he makes. Okay, hey, here's the paper. There's what you just saw right there. Bebop. Kim Kardashian. That's enough. Let's just move on. Kim Kardashian started crying during an interview, saying how hard it is to co-parent her 4 kids with Kanye. Oof, I bet. Really? I mean, just think how bad it would be if they were Jewish.
Oh.
I'm going to go in the basement. Let me get another joke. Okay, let's go. No. Really, Kim said she is trying her best to give her kids a normal life. She said that in her home, her kids have no idea what goes on in the outside world, which really is the hallmark of a normal life, isn't it? If you're Amish, what the hell? No idea. Let's keep them shielded from everything. But I do feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for a lot of divorced moms who have to deal with how their kids act after being at dad's house for the weekend or week, right? I mean, they only ate sugar, the entire time they were gone. They didn't go to bed at all. They didn't do homework. I mean, and think what Kim has to deal with. Yes, there is a Holocaust, honey. Yes, there is. Slavery was not a choice, dear. Slavery was not a choice. No, Eminem is the best rapper. And he is. Okay. Only 34 pages to go. By the way, I didn't get a new printer to do this. Oh, heavens. Ryan Seacrest. We all love Ryan Seacrest, right?
Sure.
Who's scratching a record somewhere?
I'm trying to find it. I've muted about half the audience.
I was going to say, it's not my brother. He's already muted.
Hey, folks, if I've muted you, unmute yourself, unless you're making noise, in which case, stop.
Yeah. I was on a roll with almost one laugh. What is that?
I don't know. Ray, is that you? I don't think it's Ray.
No, it's not me.
Mute me. Maybe it's me. I don't know.
I've been trying to mute you for 2.5 years.
That's true. That's true. Well, I'm just going to plug through.
Yeah, I guess so.
The show's short enough as it is. Here we go. Ryan Seacrest, who I think is causing this problem right now. Ryan Seacrest is applauding CNN's decision to reduce alcohol consumption during their broadcast this year for New Year's after a drunken Andy Cohen dissed Ryan on the air last year. Did anybody see that?
Oh.
He drunkenly called Seacrest's ABC show a bunch of losers, and their viewers saw nothing, is what he said about Seacrest. Now, Andy promises this year to be totally sober, but he is going to say that crap again because it's true. So. Yes. I don't watch ABC myself. All right, did we find it? Nope.
It's either Ray or Alice, but I don't know.
No, there's no noise here, man.
I'm going to mute you anyway, Ray. Unmute yourself.
That's fine. Okay.
All right. I thought he'd never leave. Oh, wait, he's still here.
Ah.
Whoops.
No, we love Ray.
Oh, you've all seen this story. I've got nothing to add but this. Long Island prosecutors have opened up an investigation into GOP's newly elected New York Congressman, George Santos. Have you seen that, everybody?
Yep.
After questions arose about the accuracy of his resume, which was so full of outrageous fabrications that I literally can't make up anything worse. He said he worked for these huge companies he never worked for, went to colleges even though he never went to college. He said he was Jewish and his grandparents survived the Holocaust, which is a little bit true. They survived the Holocaust by being Catholic.
Oh.
Like he is. He's Catholic. He said that he didn't mean he was Jewish. He meant he was Jew-ish.
Yeah.
Literally did that. Oh, you're oohing, but that's actually what he did. He was Jewish because there were ancestors on his mother's side who ate a bagel once. This guy has told endless lies and embezzled money, said Kevin McCarthy. So in other words, he's perfect. He's the GOP wet dream. Okay. I've always wanted to say wet dream on the Zoom. Here we go. Oh, the new, only 4 more pages. The new Pentagon office that is tasked with scrutinizing hundreds of UFO reports in the sea, in the air, on land, said there is no alien life on planet Earth. None. They suggested that the hundreds of people over the years who have talked about being abducted, go ahead and admit it was your uncle that probed you.
Oh.
Hi, Dad.
You know, I hope your dad came in, Steve, because you saying hi, Dad, at that moment was probably not a good
He
move.
came in just in time for that.
Yeah, I know. But you just saying, after I said the uncle probed you, you just said, hi, Dad. Okay, fine.
Let's just pretend that never happened.
Let's edit that part out before it goes live. All right, what do we got? We got this one, and this one. 3 more. Here we go. I'm excited to be home, so it's taken forever. The January 6th committee has released their final report after 18 months of investigations of the deadly January 6th, 2021 insurrection at the Capitol. The 800-page document recommends criminal charges against Donald Trump and asks Congress to bar Trump and those involved all be barred from running for office, and lays out 11 recommendations for helping secure American democracy in the future, but they left out some very important recommendations. So here they are, the missing recommendations to keep democracy safe in the future. Number 1, to get them to show up, all subpoenas delivered will have a note that says, there is poison on this paper and the antidote must be taken within 2 hours and is waiting in a chair in front of this committee. Them to finally show up. The second recommendation that they forgot to put in, you are banned from the city limits of Washington, D.C. if you own anything embroidered with a capital Q. You're banned. Now I'm banned, I think. And number 3, and the one I'm regretting as I'm about to say it, you can never hold office if when you take off the waist. No, let's start that again. You can never hold office if when you take it off, the waistband of your diaper is orange. Okay. All right. 2 more quickies. Man, I taped that little. Oh, the whole camera went away. Stop!
Oh boy.
Okay.
I'm seeing too much.
That was a Pee Wee Herman moment right there.
I hope that was a fall leopard.
Hey, look, it's somebody's here, Steve. Who's that?
Yeah, I know.
Diane.
You know, for 2 years, you've always told me, hey, someone's here while I'm admitting them.
I
You
don't
don't
know.
actually have to tell me that. I'm looking right at the screen.
What should I say? Steve, someone's glad they got here when I was about done.
That I can understand.
Your dad's clock is off this week. Okay, here we go. 2 more, and then we're ready. A mom and her 2 kids were trapped in a Target store for 2 days during a blizzard in upstate New York. Trapped. They were welcomed with warm blankets and hot chocolate. Across town at the Walmart, stranded families were welcomed with 12-hour shifts and $8.25 an hour. They made them work for not much money.
Right.
All right, last one, and definitely not the best. The new Avatar movie is breaking records all over the world for people trying to figure out exactly when to go pee. I did not get it right, by the way, and I still don't know why the Monkey Boy kid turned on the blue people. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. All right, Steve, I'm going to go over there.
Brad Tassell, everybody.
Yay, Brad!
I'm home.
It's Brad Tassell, home in Kentucky, and even more literate than we expected.
Yes, yes. At all literate at all is, which is a.
It's always more than I expect.
I know. What are you going to do?
I'm going to do a top 10 list. I'm going to do it right
I love
now.
Woo.
Welcome home, Brad, and welcome home everybody who managed to travel to anywhere and then back from that place over a freezing, ridiculous weekend. As Brad mentioned, oh, I'm already on this. I didn't mean to be on that. Let's see. As Brad mentioned, I've had some issues. Well, I've always had issues, but they're severe in the plumbing department. Thankfully, I had the city turn off the water to my house when I found out the pipes were frozen and saved myself 3 days worth of water in the living room. That didn't happen, but I'm still having to build scaffolding over my train set so that the pipes that burst can be accessed by the plumber tomorrow. So it's lots of fun over my house, right, Bob? That's right. So, but I'm trying to maintain good spirits. So tonight's top 10 category is top 10 grumpy Sub-Zero holiday travel tips. Here we go. Number 10. Stay in Prague. Seems so obvious. Number 9. Why the hell are you traveling in Sub-Zero holiday weather? Not exactly a tip, more of a rant. Number 8. Always bring a snow shovel so you can smack yourself in the face for traveling in Sub-Zero holiday weather. That's a tip. Number 7. Reduce airport frustration by going to the bowling alley instead. No bowling alley has ever canceled a flight, and they have beer. Number 6. Order continuous DoorDash so the drivers slowly and inadvertently plow your street and driveway, plus you get food. Number 5. Host Christmas at your house for once. Do a crappy job and next year no one will show up, but you'll still get the points. And remember to let your damn faucet drip. My travel tips always turn into plumbing tips for some reason. Number 4. Hook up some flying reindeer to that Tesla. Hashtag what would Elon do? Number 3. Fly Christmas Spirit Airlines. Their shiny yellow planes have no frills, no baggage, no co-pilot, no flight attendant, no food, no drinks, no bathroom. Just add an aluminum pole and it's a Festivus miracle. Number 2, go Greyhound. Not only will you get there 2 weeks late, you'll give up on humanity and never travel again.
Yes.
And the number 1 grumpy Sub-Zero holiday travel tip. Get a DeLorean and a hoverboard and stay the home anyway. And I mean it.
And I agree. Don't leave Prague. Only bad part is the weight gain. That's all.
That's the way it
That
goes.
was good. That was fun.
Thank you, Brad.
We're having lots of problems.
I think it's time for our musical guest.
Oh!
Let me see if I can find Carla. Here she is. It's Carla Ulbrich.
Hey!
Made it home from her brother-in-law's house in time to entertain us.
And your hair is straight.
It is straight. I didn't have time to curl it.
Oh.
It's
I didn't know if it was usually curly and you straightened it, or it's straight and you curl it.
It's straight.
The
And then I
important
curl
thing
it, and then it slowly straightens back out.
Always take grooming tips from Brad. All right,
It
let's
looks
do
lovely.
the,
Oh, look at my hair. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks
let's do
good.
the opening thing, and then Carla,
Good.
you do a song. I have no idea what you're going to do. Then I got to respond to it, and then you will do another one. Here we go.
It's our musical guest, Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest. Ulbrich.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Hello, hello.
Happy Twixmas.
Xmas.
Between Christmas and New Year's. I was told that
Ooh.
was a term.
The taint of the year.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, that's what I meant. All right. So here's a song that Steve didn't know I was going to play. And I didn't either. I just made up my mind like 10 seconds ago.
Cool.
But it is about travel. So it kind of goes in with the top 10 list. You know you can't lift 30 pounds, but you're sitting in the exit row. Yeah, you insist on hanging around. Sitting in the exit row. You're drunk as a skunk and you might be high. If we have an emergency, all of us would die. But you say, yes, I understand the responsibility of sitting in the exit row. Ba 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 ba. Staying calm in emergencies is hard. Sitting in the exit row, you haven't even glanced at the safety card. And you're sitting in the exit row, they're giving the safety speech. You're playing on your phone. In the event of a water landing, folks, you're on your own. It looks like we've just got dead weight. Sitting in the exit row. Ba 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 ba. I'd like to get there alive. Next time I think I'll just drive to Hawaii. You say your toddler is just fine. Sitting in the exit row next to his granddad who's 99. Sitting in the exit row, you should be thankful that I'm not wearing cleats. Cause while you're blocking our escape, I'll be climbing over seats. Right past the folks who are asleep. And sitting in the exit row. Ba 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 ba.
Woo! Yay!
That was really, really good. And, you know, I thought I could do my tweeting song, but I can't find the lyrics and I don't know it well enough. So instead of that, I'll do another travel song. It's a
Carla,
pirate song.
fix your camera.
What's
Fix
wrong
my
with my
camera?
camera?
It looks like I'm only seeing half of you.
Who
Oh.
are we talking
You're,
to?
I don't know who we're talking to, but you are kind of on the left of your screen.
Which of us? Who are you referring to?
Carla.
Carla.
Looked fine to me.
Ah, she's fine.
Yeah, me
You
too.
probably have a window over half of Carla.
You might want to get vision checked in one eye.
Yes.
This is the world's only hypochondriac pirate song. Let's see how far I get in it.
Go.
When I was a young man, I set off to see a swashbuckling pirate. I aspired to be, I was bold, I was eager, I was stalwart and stout. But we'd no sooner set foot out from port than I threw my back out. Oh, the first mate, he offered assistance to me. Though no chiropractor he turned out to be. On that ship I could find no relief for my back, 'cause it turned out nobody the Advil remembered to pack. Singing yo-ho, maybe I was mistaken. This is a voyage I shouldn't have taken. Apparently a life on the sea is no place for someone as chronically fragile as me. Oh, I suffered all manner of infirmity, from migraines to hemorrhoids to ADHD. I was bloated and moody, my skin was a mess. If I didn't know better, I'd swear that I had PMS. Singing yo-ho, that's all I can remember. Let's go back to Carla Ulbrich, everybody. Carla Ulbrich!
Very nice. Steve the Pirate.
Yay.
I like that one.
Sick pirate. He didn't get there.
I
Oh,
got part of the way.
Oh yeah, you never got to why you were doing all that.
Doesn't matter. None of it matters.
I happen to know that song is called Steve the Pirate.
Yeah.
I guess I've heard it before, but you know, I've seen Forrest Gump before, and yet anytime it's on TV, I watch it again.
Jenny.
So I was at a Mets game with Joe, and in the middle of an inning, one of the fans just ran out on the field, just right in the middle of the play. And I don't know why you would do that, but eventually security tackled him to the ground. And the next day, the New York Post, in its inimitable, understated manner, said, Mets fan, security obliterates Mets fan.
Oh gosh.
So they reduced him to a subatomic state. Not how I remember it, but okay. It is a widespread problem of the overuse of large adjectives. No one simply says good job anymore. Everything is perfect and awesome. Seriously, would people even recognize now perfect things if they saw some? My brownies came out pretty good this time. I appreciate all of the praise, y'all. Delicious, tasty, yummy, okay. But really, they aren't amazeballs. Word inflation. Words are meaningless. Word inflation. It's a hot, hot mess. A trend that cannot be reversed. Everything is either the best or the worst. I can't stand it. Word inflation. It's like the totally worst thing to ever happen on this planet. He annihilated the argument. No, he simply raised an objection. Well, then he went on a deranged rant. It's called having a vocal inflection. I get when you want to make a point, but why do we need all the hype, though? Oh man, what an epic fail. Dude, it was just a typo. Word inflation. Language is eroding. Word inflation. It's literally exploding when every little thing is breaking news. You got no choice, words left to choose. Where do you go? Word inflation. ROTFLMAO. Let me guess, you're not actually rolling on the floor, are you? With the death of the superlative, we'll need wheelbarrows full of adjectives. No words left for future generations. They're gonna have to use scientific notation. It'll be a disaster to the 100th power. Word inflation. It caused a fall of Rome. Word inflation. A verbal thunderdome. It's taking the world by storm. Hyperbole is now the norm, and it's a crime. Word inflation. I've said it a million times. A million. Oh, at least. Word inflation.
Yeah.
Yay.
Carla Ulbrich, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen. Hitting
That
out
was
the
the
park.
best ever.
That song was the greatest song that has ever been played in the history of the earth.
Certainly on this show.
I was knocked down and died. It was so good.
Awesome. I knew it was either going to be the best or the worst.
It was.
Somehow we get them both on this show.
Nothing in between. Yeah.
Yes.
Carla,
I
where
really
will you
wasn't
be
sure whether I was
performing?
going to make that capo move or not. So
That was the
Hey,
best
and
thing.
that was the greatest key change ever.
Yes, it was.
Well done.
Carla, where will you be performing in the upcoming weeks where we can catch you?
I will be. What day is it? Wednesday. This Friday.
Ooh.
Well, no matter what day it is today, it's still this Friday. I will be playing in Morristown, New Jersey, at the Folk Project, which is held at the Unitarian Fellowship of Morristown in New Jersey. It's kind of around exit 36 on 287 for those of you who are married. And they're streaming it too, so you can just go to folkproject.org, and if you can't find that, you can go to carlau.com.
CarlaU.com.
That's this Friday.
Thank you, Carla.
This
That was
Friday.
awesome.
Hey,
Thank you for having me on the show.
Brad will get rid of you, and I'll bring in Soli.
I got rid of her.
And
Bring
here's
in.
Soli Santos. Well,
No, that's Elena. Look at
That's
you.
Elena eating
Elena.
food. All right.
Hi, Elena.
Nice.
Eating.
Everything
That was
moved.
great.
Everything
You
moved.
should
There's
make
Soli
that a
Santos.
permanent
Yay.
Soli. And,
You know, it's important
at
to
the
check
same
in on the
time-
audience, make sure they're getting their nutrients. So that's what that was.
Yes.
Hi, Soli.
Hello.
Thank you
Everybody.
for being here. We're
Thanks
going to
for
play
having
a
me again.
little intro for you, and then you give us 10 minutes of awesome. Sound good?
That sounds like a plan.
Okay, here you go.
It's time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Thursday. Yeah.
Soli Santos.
Thank you so much. That was a very lovely intro. How's everybody doing? How's everybody after their holiday weekend, our past holiday weekend? Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right. I see some people are eating during the show. Very wise, very wise. I was doing the same thing. I was shoving a bunch of chicken in my face right before I turned my camera on. So, I felt like as a performer, it was probably going to be a little bit rude for me to have like chicken stuck between my teeth while I'm talking to you guys. It's not right. Even if we were even during the pandemic, there's still some etiquette during a global catastrophe. You know what I'm saying? So, although now everybody's just pretending it's no longer happening, but that's neither here nor there. So, yeah. At least here we don't have to wear masks or pretend to not wear masks when we probably still should be. And that's just from people's, the one benefit was people, we were protected from each other's bad breath. It's really, there was a lot of people. I didn't have to worry about exposing any food stuck in my teeth during that time of year. It was nice. It was nice. We had some advantages. I could talk to myself and nobody could tell while I had a mask on. Just talk about the people around me, they wouldn't know. It was nice. I saved a lot of money on lipstick during that time. It was save a lot of money on lipstick. That was when everybody was attractive. Everybody was attractive with a mask on. It's funny how this much of your body can affect your entire life. Like it just will change you from a hottie to a naughty. Like it just, it can really make a big difference in your life to whether or not you're going to get some action or the action is going to be you sitting in front of your television screen for the weekend. I will say a couple people were talking about traveling and coming back from travels. I too am traveling. I'm skipping town this Saturday for New Year's Eve. I am going the classy route. I am too taking the spirits. Let's hope I make it. Let's hope my luggage makes it. So I'm concerned. I'm visiting family in Puerto Rico. So for the New Year's, and getting the hell away from here, I got to shave my legs before I leave. That's what I have to remember doing. Because it actually matters out there. 80 degrees, I'm not going to be wearing sweatpants. So it will make a difference. I am taking Spirit Airlines. So I am going the classy route. I feel like they like to gaslight. Spirit Airlines is like the gaslighting airline out of all of them, I feel, because they try to advertise being cheap, but with all the itemizing, it pretty much comes out to be like
as much, if not sometimes more than some of the other airlines. But they make you think like that's your fault, like who told you to bring a bag with, who told you to bring clothes? Okay. Nobody told you to bring toiletries, all right, on this trip. Okay. How dare you? Toothpaste, you know what? You could have bought that when you got there. Like that's the attitude they seem to have a lot of. Anybody here like spending the holidays with their family? Anybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, nice. That makes me happy in my heart because I hear so many people who don't like to spend time with their families, and that makes me kind of sad. And this is exactly what a comedian should talk about to make people laugh, is the sadness I feel for other people. That's counterproductive with what I'm supposed to be doing here for 10 minutes. My whole point of bringing that up is my family. I am not the only goofy person in my family, but I am the only one that's delusional enough to think I can make a living doing it. That's the only difference. So my family just laughs about me behind my back. They don't laugh with me, they laugh at me. So, but it's good. It's good. But I do like spending the holidays with them. They're all right. Thanksgiving was pretty cool. It was pretty awesome. We usually go to my parents' house for Thanksgiving. Did anybody else have a good Thanksgiving? Anybody else have some nice? Okay. Okay. Again, that makes me feel good in my heart. I do find it interesting in my family though, because we have the adult table, right? But then, just like most places, we've got the kiddie table, our kiddie table, the age range is between 5 months and 51 years of age. So I would say ours kiddie table is more about the level of maturity that's at the table, really. It's not chronological, okay? Because when you qualify for AARP, I think it's a whole other but it's just a way for us to feel like some delusion on that we're still somehow youthful because we didn't make it to the adult table, right? It's like now at this point it's just like the adult table is for anybody who has been married for at least 30 years. So I'm not married, so I'm never going to get to that point. Okay, so I guess I'm never going to be an adult. And that's basically what I've been trying to do as a career once again. How can I be a child for the rest of my life? Oh, let me be a comedian and not get married or make people with my body. So I am childless by choice. And again, being that, I am Latina, I am Puerto Rican, that does make me a unicorn. Okay. I'm really good at dodging bullets. Okay. I learned that living in the city of Chicago. And when I say bullets, I mean sperm. Okay. I'm dodging sperm. Okay. This is great. There is a name for Latinas with no kids. There is a name for us. We're called happy. Okay. Okay. I do like to say that like my uterus is like they like to, some people call it a baby factory. If in general, like women's uteruses, if they're having multiple kids, I like to say that my factory is closed and has never been open and never will be. I like to compare it to an abandoned warehouse. Okay. You know, like the kind that like when you were a kid, that it was like in the neighborhood and like your friends, you guys made up like ghost stories about it, you know, and everybody was afraid to go there. You know, like the kids daring each other to go, like, no, you go in there, 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 you know. That's like my dating life. That's pretty much is like
Oh dear.
grown men trying to say, no, you go in there, no, you go in there, no, you go in there. It's like, somebody, please, just go in here, just please, somebody. For a little bit, you could leave. I'm not gonna, you know. You know, what better way to meet people than to do Zoom shows? You know, like sense. Perfect. I'm a classy lady that way. You know, so it is great. How much time do I have? Where am I at, Steve? Am I getting a light?
I would never
I'm
kick
sorry?
you out, but I think yeah, Bob's giving the light by doing that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. I should have asked that at the beginning of the show.
That's
Thank you
okay.
so much. It was so great. My name's
Thank you,
Soli
Soli
Santos.
Santos.
12 more minutes.
Soli Santos.
Right. She's only at 2 minutes. Go back.
Oh, sorry. Sense of timing is really tough.
I want to hear more about the not having the baby going to Puerto Rico thing. So, were you born in Puerto Rico or were you born here?
No, I was born here. I was born
Okay.
here.
Not that.
No, my parents were born in Puerto Rico though, so.
Okay. I mean, they have they lived here, not lived here, or they've always lived there?
Yeah, they live here now, but
Yeah.
they used to live there, and I try to go every year out there to hang out with the family out there and to reconnect. And no, just so that you guys know, anybody living in Chicago, I do not, nor have I ever lived in Humboldt Park. You racist sons of bitches. Just for even thinking it, okay? But I am a city girl. I am a tough city girl. I'll handle anything. I'm from Wrigleyville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll fight anybody who doesn't know how to parallel park. Do you understand?
And you know what? You were so tough. You were a Sox fan. That's how tough you are.
You know what? I don't care about baseball.
Neither.
No.
Neither. I've seen one baseball game in my entire life, and that was
Wow.
the final
You're worse
game
than
when the
I
Cubs
am.
won the World Series. That's the only
Wow,
baseball
you're-
I watched.
Wow, you're worse
That
than
was
I
a good
am.
one.
I will say a little tidbit though. Anybody who has been to Comiskey Park in the last few years and you see that lovely scoreboard, my brother does the graphics on all of that stuff, and that's all his work that you're looking at.
What? You didn't tell me that. Wait, what?
Yeah.
It's
But yeah,
true.
bring Patty in.
I just
What? How did I know this?
We'll
When
talk
Patty's
later,
incredulous,
Patty.
I
We'll
bring
talk
her in.
later.
It's an exploding scoreboard. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what. Yes, that's what he does. All that he does the stats. He does everything for that scoreboard.
It's guaranteed rate field, lady.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, we
Comiskey
don't do that.
Park.
We don't. Yeah, no.
Totally,
Comiskey
we'll
Park
see you
was across
performing in
the
next
street.
little while.
It's also
Comiskey
Sears
Park was
Tower
across the street.
and the John Hancock. We can all have a conversation. It's Marshall Field. Screw Macy's. I don't care what anybody says. Just say.
Hey,
Comiskey
Bob
Park
has
was
lost track of
across
the
the
conversation.
street.
So
I am
wanna say,
totally lost right now. I have no
Soli,
idea.
where are
what's
you
going on.
performing in the next couple weeks where we can come see you?
Well, I will be performing on the beach in my mind while I'm relaxing in the sun. So
I'll see you there.
Well, stream that, please. Stream it.
Soli Santos, everybody.
Hey.
Clapping for Soli.
Wait, I can find her. Wait, hold on. Wait.
Patty.
Okay, and okay. Whew, I thought she'd never leave. Hi, Patty.
Stop. Hi,
Hello.
Patty. It's time for some melting. Let's do
Oh,
this.
yes.
It's time for a Patti Melt with Patti Vasquez, Patti Melt. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing to wear masks says, and politicians getting caught grabbing asses says, she's melting down. It's a Patti Vasquez, Patti Melt.
Live from Humboldt Park.
I'm sorry. I am Mexican and Irish, which means I belong absolutely nowhere. For folks who don't know, Humboldt is the traditionally Puerto Rican neighborhood in Chicago. Pilsen, back of the yards. Actually, for Mexicans, we get to be everywhere. Sorry, Soli. We get to be everywhere. That's what people used to say to me. They'd be like, "Mexicans are everywhere. Mexicans are everywhere. You guys you're taking over." And I'm like, you know what? You need to be everywhere to realize that we're there. So why don't you slow down a little bit? So I want to say, first of all, I'm wearing my Christmas sweater. You can't really see it, huh? So I don't know if I wore my Christmas sweater because Steve Goodie was in the studio with me, you guys, and I got a chance to for a live performance. And then when we went out afterwards, I did that thing that I do because I have no filter. I'm like, "You're tall," and
hey, you've never met Steve before?
He's met me several times.
Well, no, I met you once in passing when you went, "Oh my God, I have to go. I have COVID." In passing.
That's right.
Yes,
And
but
makes you
This
short.
is the first time sober.
yes, correct. The first time well and sober and in the brisk cold of Chicago. So it was lovely to have Steve Goodie. If you have a chance to meet Steve Goodie and see him perform live, you should. Same with everybody on the show who performs. I mean, unless you want us to come to your homes and you're not performing, we'd love to see you in person as well.
You do that too.
So I want to say, I've been thinking about the mask part of this, Soli, where I love not having to smile all the time. It's one of my favorite things because people say, why don't you smile? You look prettier when you smile. I had one guy tell me, he said, you look pretty when you smile, even with that big gap between your teeth. I immediately went home and put my retainer back in because I was 12 again. But the thing is, I would say chronically, perpetually, what people know me to be is high energy and cheerful and positive. And so I want to take this moment to talk about death. So because people don't like to talk about it, and I don't know, folks think of Mexicans, they think of Coco and Day of the Dead, and we have this unique relationship with the dead and things like that. It's different for different parts of Mexico. My mom said we didn't do this. Say the Day of the Dead was for the peasants, which is fun to hear my mom say that because she's not classist. She is. But she does have a unique relationship with my father, who passed away in 2001. So he died 21 years ago, and somehow my mother finds a way to be mad at him every single day for different reasons. It's amazing, and it comes out of nowhere. It'll just because she lives, as many of you know, during the pandemic, you probably learned that my mother lives she doesn't live here. I apologize because she's watching, because she probably is. Hi, mommy. She owns a building that we live in, so we live here at her will. And so sometimes if I'm working and doing a show, she'll just creep in the periphery, and all of a sudden you'll see my mom just like, "What are you doing? Who's out there? Who's watching you?" So it's kind of fun. So one day she was mad at my dad because my friends. So in grade school, she told me we could not have a real Christmas tree. We were not going to have a Christmas tree. She told me we were too poor. I was 13 years old. And one of my friends came over and they were like, "Oh, you guys didn't decorate." And I was like, "No, my mom says that we can't afford a tree this year." And my classmates took up a collection to buy us a Christmas tree. And my mom, it was really sweet. My mom got very angry, and I didn't know why. I thought because she was embarrassed that I had told my friends that we were poor. I just found out recently, she goes, "Patricia, the reason I didn't want to buy a Christmas tree was because you and your father would go outside in the cold and argue. It was too cold that winter. I didn't want to deal with it. So I said we were too poor." So that was the thing, was it was too cold. My mom was mad at my dad and me, so no Christmas tree. I'm fine. The therapist is very happy with her fees. And then we were with a bunch of my friends, the kids that are now adults who made that collection. I turned to them all. We were at a party, and I go, "You guys thought I was poor." And my friend Joel was like, "Yeah, we thought you were dirt poor." And my mom said, "No, I hid all the money because her father was an alcoholic." I'm like, "Oh my God, just at a party, no need. There's no need for this." So the thing is that when you have this really weird relation my parents had, they were in love with each other, just never at the same time.
Yeah.
They started dating in the last 6 months of my father's life, so they kind of reconciled things, and they would go out on dates every Monday. And after he died, my mom started talking to my dad, and I could hear her because she lives downstairs, and it was weird because I could hear a lot of things going on downstairs. My mom used to have a dog too. His name was Monty, and you could hear her yelling at Monty through the floor. She'd be like, "Monty!" I should preface this by saying that Monty was neutered, but it didn't mean that the desire was gone. So Monty maybe had a favorite blanket that he liked to get intimate with. And my mom, and I'll paraphrase here for our audience, she would go, "Monty, you are screwing my blanket." So anyway, so I could hear my mom, after my dad died, I could hear her talking downstairs, and I just thought maybe she was on the phone. It turned out she was talking to my dad, which is cute, right? You kind of continue that conversation. You hear their responses because you've lived with them forever. And one day she calls me, she goes, "Patricia, I was talking to your father. He told me he wants to give you $10,000 from the insurance policy." And it was creepy. I was like, "Oh my God, what?" And then I went, "Weird," because he told me it was 20.
Oh,
I will play that game. I will play that game. Thank you, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That was so melty.
So I thought maybe she was talking in her sleep, like you do,
Like I do.
and
Yeah.
my wife does terribly. And you put a lovely
I
story
posted.
on Facebook
Thank
about what's been going on recently, and that's
Yes.
that's very. And do you know what you're dreaming, or do you he just tells you what you did?
So I think I told you guys that for those of you who don't know, my very dear friend Tom passed away in October, and I found him. I was the one that went over to see how he was doing, and found him passed away on his couch, and where he had been for several days. And I only recently started dreaming about that, but I have for the last few weeks. I like sometimes I'll just like say it during the day, and he goes, "You're saying it at night." I'll whimper, I miss my friend. And I just, that's all I'm saying. No, I've been dreaming about finding him recently on his couch. So that's what I've been dreaming about. I'm fine. What? See, I'm smiling. That makes me cheerful.
Putting the virtual in the comedy.
You're cheerful. And by the way, later I'll tell us to all donate money so we can get Patti back on her lithium. So anyway, well, my wife has been her sleepwalking now is that she's swallowing large items that are being shoved down her throat. And let me tell you, I've been neutered, so it's not me. But I mean, it's like a bag of pennies or a stick with
she's having nightmares about being choked. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just things shoved down her throat.
Yep.
She wakes up just gasping and drinking water and saying, "I can't breathe. There's something in my throat." And I said, "Well, how can you talk?"
It's fun. You make it fun.
And now I sleep in this office, so it's great.
Actually.
Yes.
Thank you,
All right.
Patti. Hey, we have a new thing that was Patty's idea, so let's bring in Jason Bosselli.
Did you find him, Jason?
Hey.
Hi, Dr. Jason.
You know what I think?
What?
I think he should have to do this while we're all staring at him.
Yeah, I think that's probably right.
Bro, be funny.
I
No.
met Jason at Patty's radio show 2 days ago, and Jason's one of, I believe your New Year's resolution was to try stand-up, but you weren't sure where or when. And Patti and I at the same time said, "You should do it on this show right here." So
Didn't ask me.
Yeah, sorry. He said that the year was.
And Bob was into it too.
He said that he was going to go the year without fulfilling his New Year's resolution, and we found a solution to that. So this is exciting.
What kind of doctor are you?
Acupuncturist.
Oh, great. Well, so I'll expect some needles in my future. That's all.
Absolutely.
He'll stick it to you.
Yeah.
Any jokes about
Kevin,
that?
you're not starring on this show.
Jason, we're going to introduce you to the cold, dark world of stand-up comedy. Well, I'm going to play this little intro, and once it's done, we're going to give you.
You got an intro for him today?
I do. Yep.
Oh my God.
And when 60 seconds is up, I can't give you the light, so I'm going to do this, and then you get to stop. So, yay! Here we go.
Okay. So you say you're a comedian wannabe, and you're willing to work for free. You're not a pro, so where can you go? Don't want to spend all night at an open mic. Try the Amateur Minute in our online show. If your is funny, we'll let you know. It's the Amateur Minute. Are you ready to go on the virtual comedy show? And we're not gonna
Jason Buzzell!
Happy to be here and doing stand up, and I don't even have to stand up. And I folks don't have to travel here, but you are spending your hard-earned megabits of data to watch here, so I better entertain. My wife loves my humor, not because she gets it, but because it gives her a lot of exercise. I throw out a joke and she rolls her eyes. I throw out a lot of jokes, so she rolls her eyes a lot. I swear she must have the strongest eyeballs in North America. She could probably lift weights with these things. She just doesn't get my humor. And you never know this from my stand-up work, but I'm a pretty funny guy. And it doesn't make sense to me why a woman with no sense of humor would marry a wise guy. It's like a blind man marrying a supermodel. And I'm sure the supermodel probably has some other redeeming qualities, but I don't. But I will break through, and I'll get a smile or even a laugh from her. And these times are rare and highly celebrated. We keep a list of them, of all the times on the fridge. Well, all of the time on the fridge that I broke. But I'm more. Thanks. That's my time.
Wait a minute.
The screens.
That's a hard minute, man.
Wow, Steve, wait, now Patty drug me out of the thing. Okay, wait a minute.
I didn't do anything. It's not my fault.
That's your fault.
Wait, so you know what? It's so sad because I messaged the doc and I'm like, don't worry about doing exactly a minute if you're having a fun time, relax. And then
wow, you know what that shows you? That bluebird is a hellhole on Sundays. Oh my God. Your song's done, stupid. Get off.
Thank you, Jason. That was great. I think that was a great.
That was great. No, it was a good joke.
Yeah.
I wish we'd have heard the joke at the end. So, by the way, though, I do want to say, though, Steve, when the intro is longer than the act, you may want to.
Oh my God.
I'm thinking about it. All right, we're going on to the next thing. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Patty. What a great idea.
I gotta find Jason.
Here we go,
Okay,
the
first
next
I'll get rid of
thing.
Patty.
How about another dumb song from Steve?
No, I can't find Jason. Wait, we're still in here. Hey, we're still in. Help me.
Okay, I can wait for you to leave. That's all right.
No, I can't find Jason.
He's right in front of you.
I know, that's the problem. He's right in front of me. Okay, there you
There
are.
we go. All right. As a special treat, Bob has asked me for this song. Bob does make requests, so I'm going to give this a shot. Because, man, preparing for holiday food preparation means a lot of trips to the grocery store. Food. Jello. Food. Bagels. Food. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Food. I forgot to make a list. Why is everybody else so much more organized than this? I don't know where my glasses are, let alone what I'm gonna want to eat on Thursday. Free samples they keep offering me. I'm picking out all day for free. Toothpicks scattered around so far and wide. Bacon wrapped, teeny weeny, pickle pig's feet deep fried. Clean up on aisle 5. There's a Gatorade spill a mile wide. I gotta get across to the other side. And all that sugar makes my shoes go. That's my favorite part of the song.
Oh my God.
Produce to the left of me, bakery to the right. Here I am, stuck in the checkout behind a guy with a checkbook and 50,000 coupons. He's got a coupon, so he'll save on asparagus. Save on asparagus. And some radishes, but mostly asparagus. Check me out with the scanner. I want to check myself out really fast. I bought bananas that aren't quite ripe, but scanners hate produce, so I've got to type 4011. That's bananas. Please scan item. Please scan item. Please rescan item. Please place item in the bagging area. Please place item in the bagging area. Please place item in the bagging area. Insert card now. Insert card now. Do not remove card. Do not remove card. Do not remove card. Do not remove. Remove your card now! Remove your card now! If you don't remove your card, the store will explode! Paper or plastic. Paper or plastic. I'll just tuck it in my underwear elastic. That should hold it tightly. You can't tell me the bulge is unsightly. Is that 20 pounds of meat in your pocket or?
Oh God.
I just like going food. I forgot the biscuit. I forgot the jam. I forgot the Captain Crunch. I forgot the ham. From sort car to cabinet, the whole process is way too elaborate. When I look in the fridge, what do I see? It's last week's expired meat. Oh, that stinks. I'm trashing it. Forget grocery stores. I'm door dashing it. Food. Could you bring me some food to my door, please? Thank you very much.
Hey, Goodie, everybody, and the Song of Food. By the way, now try to go to Prague and self-checkout. It's all in Czech, and you just and you have to pay for a bag.
You're paying with a check. Thank you.
You're paying with a check. I'm paying to be in the check.
Speaking of paying for things, it's time to beg for money.
That's right.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover or a 2-drink minimum, so what did you expect, Jack?
All right. First of all, go to virtualcomedyshow.com and click donate to the comedians, because we could use your money. First of all, we'd like to hear that last joke of Jason's. That'd be great.
I'm sorry.
I'm a couple bucks for that. And also, we need to give Soli a few bucks to get that condo in Humboldt. She's always been trying to get wherever. What was that part of town called? What was it called?
Humble Park.
Humble Park, humble pie. I don't know. So
Humboldt.
I don't know. I tried my best. Let's get some money to me so I can remember what people said earlier in time. That'd be great. So, and Steve lost a water pipe. How much is that going to cost, Steve?
At least $2,000. I'm excited.
Oh,
wow. Mine wasn't too bad. The heater upstairs was $149. The toilet was $69. We giggled for a long time about that. 308. The other car was 187, and so we didn't do as bad as you. So
we're willing to round it all up to 10,000. If you'd like to type 10,000 in.
That's right. If you'd like to type $10,000 to the Virtual Comedy Show, we will make sure that I take 9,940 and just split the rest up. Which is what I've always done. So, okay, just give us money, damn it. I'm done. I'm tired.
Worst joke time.
Yeah.
Worst joke. Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
And I think I might interrupt you in the middle of it.
Oh, well, first of all, by the way, before I start it, if you give us $10,000 to this show, we won't do this anymore, this joke. Okay. So you're gonna interrupt me in the middle of the joke?
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, great. Okay. Oh, you mean ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding.
yeah.
Okay, great. So you're probably better off. Well, hey, do you got the curse ready? I'll say a lot. Okay.
Yeah,
Here we go. The worst joke of the week.
Give me a big cue. I'll...
Nah. Okay. 3 camels that escaped a live nativity scene in Brisbane, Australia, have been safely returned home. They were then locked in their enclosures until one of them says where they hid the frankincense and myrrh.
And before I play the outro music, we're not going to do the show next Thursday, the 5th.
No.
We're going to start doing it on Mondays.
Oh, yeah. We're moving to Mondays next year.
So there will be no show on Thursday, the 5th, but then on Monday, the 9th. Is it the 9th? Yeah, if my math is correct. We're going to be back, and we're going to be doing it 9 p.m. Central. That's 10 p.m. Eastern. So Monday.
The link will be the same. You go to virtualcomedyshow.com, click the green button. It'll take you right to the show, and we'll change all that information. And you can also still watch it live on Facebook and then later on YouTube. But yes, we're going to move to Monday so that Steve can go out and work.
Right. And so this is the last time you're ever going to hear this song.
Oh, that's
Have a very merry
Wednesday.
It's a special time of week when
Wednesday.
bells are pealing and life no longer seems so bleak. Let's open up our presents and carve our
Wednesday.
goose and wait for Father
Wednesday.
to arrive upon his moose.
You know, we tried to incorporate all the wonderful family traditions that people associate with
Wednesday. Wednesday.
Comes but once a week, but do not shed a tear, 'cause there are more than 50
Wednesdays.
packed in every year, and every single one of them is full of mirth and glee. So stuff your face and break some wind and join the revelry. Have a very merry
Wednesday.
Put on your orange fez and decorate the
Wednesday.
tree with milk, bone, spam, and pez. Once you've curled your mustache and donned your
Wednesday.
clothes, I'll catch you 'neath the mistletoe and punch you in the nose. Merry
Wednesday.
Merry
Wednesday.
Merry
Wednesday.